Hello and welcome back to UDL Farming. We have now hit winter. Last time you joined us you would have just seen us putting the silage into the biogas, and we actually got £69,000 in the end from all that silage. That's all the bales and everything in the pit. So the plan for early winter was to try and fertilise our fields, and the cheapest way we could find to do this was to actually lease a silage spreader. And we've had to use a field container, otherwise there's going to be a lot of runs to and fro from the biogas. And what we're going to do is we're going to drive to the biogas, fill up with Digestrate, including the field container, and we are then going to try and fertilise the fields. And then Nighthawk, once it's dropped us off the field container so we can keep refilling back and forth to save a bit of time, he will cultivate behind us while the temperature is still in the plus range for the ground temperature, which is 1 degree currently. I believe this is still possible. This could go completely wrong, but currently I believe this is possible. So it's free fertiliser on our fields, but we've only got the cultivating side of things until that temperature drops to minus, as far as I'm aware. The lease cost for everything is £3,500 for the field container, the Digestrate spreader and the cultivator. So it's not cost us a massive amount of money, but it's all going to be dependent on how long we have to use them for the final cost. But we just need to fill up first, and since we haven't filled up before, I'm not 100%. I think it's this one here, or is it this one over here? There we go. Start filling. Digestrate. So according to this, there is 444,425 litres. So actually all that silage we've been putting in, we are now using it. There is a limit to how much you can get. I will take off... I was taking off my help window to clear up my screen. I will take it off again. I've got to see if I can turn around now, don't I? There's a sneaky back way round there. There is a sneaky back way. So Nighthawk is now going to fill up the field tank, and that's only there to save us having to keep going backwards and forwards here. But he'll drop the field tank near the field container near the field, and then he can follow us with the cultivator once he's picked that up. This is the plan. Obviously we don't test these plans out in advance. We may find the cultivator can't be used in the field because of the temperature, but I believe it's 1 degree. So I wouldn't say I'm sure, but I believe we'll be okay. Could be very, very wrong. But this is a cheap, easy alternative to fertilising, as the fertilisers you buy from the shops are quite expensive, and our animals aren't producing enough fertiliser, manure or slurry at the minute to actually be a benefit. So this was our way round it, as I overtake some traffic. We turn into the shop. There we go. We're still using our tractors. They're still going really well, although we do need to do some maintenance in the winter. And yes, we have a lot of money in the bank, but obviously we have to survive the winter. We've still got the loan repayments. I do keep considering paying some of it off, but I think at the minute I'd rather keep the money in the bank over winter, just to make sure the farm is okay. This is the first time we've digestrated our fields or even fertilised them in any shape, way or form. The soybeans are still in the ground. We still can't get them out. We still think we're losing them, but time will tell for that. Okay, so the first one we'll do is the big field here. I will just come out of the actual inside view. I will put the help box quickly back on, just because I've not done this before. I just want to be sure what I need to do. So turn on slurry tank, is square, and that's it. I believe that is it. Okay, let's see how this goes. We are digestrating our fields. Are you nearly here, Nighthawk?
Yep, getting it.
So the field contains just so we don't have to keep going back to the biogas to fill up. I'm hoping I'm going to the edge of this. But yeah, I just thought if we cultivated this in early, it would keep the ground fertilised ready for the first thing in spring. So as soon as the temperature is high enough in spring, we can get the fields harvested, the fields sowed, sorry, and we're ahead of the game in that respect. While we're doing this, so it's spreading. I don't think it's as wide as I expected. We've done nearly one to the top and we're about 50% used. I'm hoping we can see going back where we've been. Not easily. Now, I actually can't see where on the ground we've been putting this.
No, I can't either.
I was hoping to be able
it's going to have to be cultivated first.
Possibly. So yeah, we may have to do this the way around and cultivate and follow behind the cultivator. Might be the way around it. We've had to go for another small cultivator mainly because these tractors can't pull anything too big. We are nearly out of digestrate and we've done one up and one back and that's it. So we should now be able to fill digestrate.
Well, we don't go any further yet until I do the cultivating.
No. Okay, so we've managed to fill our photo show back up. Yeah, I thought we'd be able to see it more in the ground. That hasn't really been the case. So I don't know exactly where we've been. There is a slight difference in field texture. I think this is the bit we've done. Yeah, there is a slight difference. But you can't really tell when you're doing it. I suppose you can, there's a shine to it. But yeah, we'll wait for Nighthawk to cultivate and we'll probably follow him. I think that's probably the best way.
Oh no, I can see it now.
Yeah?
Slightly lighter texture.
So I'll see if you can see a difference once you cultivate it. I think we will if we follow the cultivation track. I think we'll probably see a difference that way.
I think I can see where you've been, but you haven't been. Have you been around the edging?
No. No, I haven't.
You've gone all over the place, haven't you?
Yeah, because you can't tell where you are, kind of thing. So what we do, we're going to follow.
I can see where you've been, but you've not been around the edge.
No, well, I did honestly think the actual length of the cultivator was wider than it is. So what we'll do, we're going to follow the cultivation round, and I'm hoping that will work that way. So if we do, we'll turn the digestrate back on, and we'll follow the cultivator. It does mean we're doubling up on some of it, but that's okay. I didn't think we'd have that much digestrate in the biogas ready to use, to be honest. So that was quite a good surprise.
We've got 55,000 litres.
No, it's 444,000.
No, in the tank.
Oh, okay. So I'll do a couple of runs before I have to quickly go and refill it. So can you see on the ground better now where I'm spraying it?
I can't coming back.
Oh, really?
Oh, actually, yes, I can.
So it's a lot more noticeable.
It is once I've cultivated.
Yeah.
But while I'm cultivating, you can't see it.
No,
It
that's
comes
fine.
up like a green effect.
We'll see in a
As soon
second
as I
as we turn
cultivate,
around.
it goes over it.
Oh, yeah.
So you sort of lose the effect once I've cultivated over.
But it should be adding a fertilisation stage, at least. And it's just costing us the lease of the vehicles. So that's something at least. The only downside is one up, one down is one truck full.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to wait until I've cultivated.
So we can see better.
Yes.
Okay. That's not a problem because there is another job we need to do. We're just going to fill back up. So that's fine. There we go. There we go. We'll fill back up for a second. So the other job we need to do, we're going to create a new field. We have the unused bit of land over here in the main farm. We haven't decided what to do with the soybeans. They're still ready for harvest. We haven't got rid of them. We could plough them in, to be fair. We haven't yet. We're still hoping, I suppose, in a way. But yeah, we have a lot of land over here we don't use. So currently, our thinking was to plough it and turn it into a type of field that we can use. So whilst Nighthawk is cultivating, we shall be ploughing. The only thing, I will put the help box back on just because I need to make sure we've got the create field icon on. What I will do, I want to move everything that's here quickly out of our way, because we may use up quite a bit of the yard at the same time. Whether we fertilise this or not, I don't know just yet. But it is, we're just trying to make as much area for us to be able to use and make money from as possible, is kind of the thinking at this point, mainly because a lot of the contracts and fields and stuff we don't actually, it doesn't come to us because they're not used on this map. So we need to make as much money as possible during the harvest time, and currently that isn't doable. So the more we can have our own fields, the better at this point. So just the wrapper and the tedder to be moved. The tedder's kind of pointless to us now, we don't really use it. Didn't work as expected. It is something we probably could get rid of at some point. And that little patch of land we had the barley growing on is also another piece of area we could get rid of. There we go. So yeah, while the ground temperature is above 0, this is the best time to do it. As soon as that hits 0, we are going to have an issue. So we need to get this done today. Why? Oh, this tractor doesn't have the front part.
You need to connect the truck up.
Huh?
On your farm. You need to check the pallet up.
No, for the weight.
Yeah.
This tractor
You
doesn't
need
have
to
the...
connect the...
Oh, I don't normally have to. One of the tractors has the front connector for weight already.
No, it doesn't. It's on your farm. It's disconnected.
The front
It's by the
lifter...
weight on your farm.
No, I understand that. So basically, two tractors. One has wheel weights, which is the one Nigel was using. It also has a front connector for the weight to go on the front, so it doesn't have to be on the back.
No, it doesn't.
He doesn't agree with me, but it does.
Right. The front connector is on your farm.
No, I know it.
There next to the weight.
Okay, Nighthawk, I know it is, but that's a different one. Your tractor does it without the front connector. The front connector mod we got to go with the mower. One tractor doesn't need that, one does.
Really?
Yes.
They're both the same tractors.
Different customizations.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I wasn't aware of that.
Anyway, sorry about the
My
little
manager never tells me.
disagreement there. Right, we're going to unfold the plough. We're going to need to stay away a little bit from the hedge, and help. We don't be too close to the roadway there. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go. This may go really badly. We're going to create fields, and we're going to I was hoping to lower it, but it we'll lower the weights, lower the plough. We've got create fields on. That isn't doing anything. Because although I had okay, so let's lift it currently and reverse. So when it's showing create fields, that means you haven't got it on. Good to know. So we lower the platform, and what we'll do while we're doing this, we'll take the help window off just to free up the screen. My thinking is we're going to head up straight at this point. We're hoping these bushes disappear. We're probably a little bit close to the edge there, but that's okay. The bushes are disappearing. We don't have to seed all the way to the edge. And we're probably going to take all this grass out to create a field. So we're a fair size, hopefully by the end of it. But it will give us a fourth crop we can have in at a time. Hopefully increasing our turnover in the year. We won't go on the mound. I don't think there's a need to. Although to be fair, it's struggling up the hill a little bit. I don't want to go too much off the hill, but what we'll do is turn it round here. We will come down the hill around here, and then we'll leave the rest of the hill. Nighthawk might not like the look of this by the end of it. I know his OCD kind of sometimes gets the better of him. And
Well, it's payback for my field, isn't it?
I'm sure he will have some questions about the look of this. I'm not sure if we can go over the main bit of yard. We are going to try, mainly because it's not used. We're just trying to use up as much. Ah, we can. Cool. So I will probably go to about there. So we have still got some usable part. Okay, so that is my rough pattern for the field. So it's going to be quite a big field by the end of it. So what we'll do, we'll leave it here for the time being, and I will come back when I've hopefully finished the field and Nighthawk hasn't gone ballistic at me when he looks at it. So we'll see you shortly.
Right. Payback is mine.
Right, so we've done the field. I'm pretty happy with it. Nighthawk has come and inspected, and he helped me straighten up a little bit. While we're talking about Nighthawk, I will apologise to him publicly that I was wrong about the tractor being able to take the weight. I thought it had a part of it that could do it. Turns out it can't. So I apologise, Nighthawk. Whilst we've got this tractor, we are using it quite hard. So what we're going to do is quickly refill the fuel and repair it, because it is getting quite bad now.
Right. On a high note, we are using the attachment, the Lizard front lifter, which is 2,500, to put a front weight on these tractors to make it possible to actually lift tractors weights on.
There we go. And that's £128 for repair. Not a bad repair price, to be fair. And if I can find it, I can. What did you call the front weight?
The front weight?
Oh yeah, no, I have already said the front weight is the front weight. I haven't wrote down who modded the front weight, to be fair. I will have a look and put that on the description.
I think the front weight is actually in-game.
It may even be in-game then. I thought it was a mod, to be fair. I could be wrong.
If it's a strapper one, it could be a mod. If it's not strappable, it may not be the mod.
I don't know, to be fair. I'll have to have a look.
We'll have a look at this.
Nighthawk is still cultivating, so what we're going to do is we are going to digestrate the new field to increase our yield on that. I will get rid of the help box again. I know I keep putting it on and off, but it's just so I remember buttons and things.
Yeah, some people are amateurs.
So let's go and do this. While the temperature is still staying high enough, we've been quite lucky so far. I did think we'd lose the temperature sooner. We're going to lose the light sooner than I would have liked. So how much of this we're going to get done? To be honest, this was just a way of using up the digestrate I knew we had stored, but also a way of trying to increase the yields a little bit. If we don't get to do it fully, then we don't get to do it fully. So that is now. So that looks better on the. If I haven't gone off the field, that actually does spread a lot better. In theory, we should use this on the grass field as well. That would increase the yield of grass around big field. But we probably won't get that done today. The weather's staying nice and dry, at least, that's something. Temperature, ground temperature is still 1 degree, so we currently are still getting away with it. But it's quite a big size field we've managed to create out of a piece of land we weren't really using for anything. We'd cut the grass occasionally and get the bales from that. We weren't actually using it for much. Whereas now we've now got a 4th field. So hopefully that will help us in the long run. It's a little bit wavy, I'll give you that. It's not a straight line or square or rectangle, but I think it looks okay.
You would.
And we're about to run out and have to go and refill. We nearly got round it in one go.
Would you move the trailer over to you?
No, it's okay. So rather than you watching me digestrate the whole field, we'll come back when I've finished and we'll see what stage Nighthawk's at and make our next move. It's all a bit bitty today, bits and pieces and kind of thing. It's not perfect jobs at this point. It is just trying to prep ready for the spring. But yeah, so we'll be back shortly and we'll see where we're at. So now we've finished the field, so it's all digested. I can't say it at all. But you can see the difference. It's like dirty water all over the field, to be fair. But it's done. So hopefully that will increase the yield when we put our first crop in. And as I've been driving backwards and forwards and topping up the spreader, I've noticed a piece of land we haven't really used, thought about. It's just here. We don't even get grass off it because it is just an empty piece of land. It's not a massive amount of land. But we could actually put a small field in. And there are some trees nearby to extend it slightly. There's a slight incline up here which isn't massively helpful. But something we may have to look at. We're going to start trying to catch Nighthawk up, but I don't believe he's even halfway through. So what we'll do is we'll probably call the catch up there and we'll come back in another catch up later on to see what changes we've made and improvements. Part of me wants to say harvesting the soybeans, but I don't think that's going to happen the way it's looking at the minute. But there's nothing we can do, and you learn these lessons as you go. Yeah, Nighthawk's only got to there currently. So I think we will come back in a few days and hopefully we've prepared quite a bit of the farm ready for spring, unless winter gets in our way. But thank you for watching. If you do like the videos and you enjoy what we're doing and want to keep up with our progress, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.